If you are all about summertime fun, bright colors, and sitting on your front porch and enjoying this weather, then you're going to love this video. My name is Jamie. I'm the crafty DIY guy. Welcome back to my channel. Right, everyone, and for project number one, we're going to take 3 bags of this floral garland that I picked up from Dollar Tree. When I saw this, I knew immediately what I wanted to do with it because I had purchased this clear umbrella when I was in DIYS about a month or so ago in San Francisco. Now, you can buy these types of clear umbrellas a lot of different places. I've seen them at Walmart, I've seen them at Target. This one was $1.75 and it was too good to pass up, and I knew I needed to do something with it when I bought it, but I wasn't exactly sure. Now, this floral garland, this is fantastic. This is so cute. It's really well made. The only thing I would caution you on is when you are going to start taking it apart, rather than just pulling the thread here, I would cut those off individually, because that thread is more or less the stitching that is holding kind of these 2-piece sets together. And you could certainly pull the thread out if you wanted to. You could go back in with some hot glue. And if you can't find this garland anywhere, I would definitely grab some felt from Dollar Tree and just freehand some flowers and just enjoy making the flowers that you're going to put onto your clear umbrella. So I am just going to very patiently work my way through all 3 bags of these garland pieces, and I'm just kind of cutting them off and then just kind of trimming really close to where the thread is and making sure that I've got all of those thread pieces gone. Now, the thread that's kind of going down the center of the flower for those kind of 2-piece sets, don't even worry about it. I think it looks cute, and I think it makes it look like it is stitched onto the umbrella when we're all said and done with this. So after lots and lots of time, you are going to have lots and lots of very cute flowers and leaves. And now it is time to have fun. So we're going to go ahead and scoot all of these out of the way, and we are going to position our umbrella on top of our workstation while trying to film. And it's a very tight space here. So this is going to be very, very awkward, but this is also a good time for me to remind you to like and subscribe and all the things to the channel. That really helps me out a lot. And I'd love to bring you guys more and more projects. So as you can see here, now I've got the umbrella somewhat positioned, and I'm just using hot glue on this. The hot glue was not too hot. I did a medium temperature, and I just used a regular all-purpose glue for this, and it worked out just fine. I'm using Shore Bonders, just kind of regular Shore Bonder glue, and again, it worked fantastic. Now, the flowers, I originally started sticking them on by themselves, and then I added some leaves to some, and then I added some without leaves, and I just kind of did a mishmash of it. I think if I were to do this again, I would do the leaves individually and separate from the flowers. That way, they would kind of give this full coverage effect. But the good thing about all of those bags of garland that I had, they worked out to where I had just enough of each flower color on each section of the umbrella. So it kind of worked out great. And as you can see, as I'm kind of working myself around, I've got more and more flowers that are popping up everywhere. And this turns out just so cute. Now, I have a really good friend who is pregnant right now, and she is pregnant with a little girl, and she's doing all flowers and, you know, like rabbits and like garden stuff and things like that in the nursery. And so I thought that this would be perfect. And she actually wants to turn this into a mobile for her, is it mobile? In the nursery, and I think that is just so cute. She's not going to hang it over the crib because it is kind of a larger umbrella, but she's going to hang it in the corner that's going to be kind of under the rocking chair, which I think is so sweet. So more to come there. Hopefully I will get some pictures of that and we'll be able to share those with you. So now that you've got everything done, boom, you've got the cutest, and clearly I'm very happy with it, umbrella. That is so fun. You could totally wear this to a festival. You could wear it to the park. I say wear it because it's kind of like an accessory, right? You've got all these bright colors. You might as well deck yourself out and have a good time doing it. So this next DIY was actually inspired by a birdhouse that I saw at Home Depot. So I grabbed this birdhouse for $5 from Dollar Tree in their kind of Dollar Tree Plus section. And then I have some reindeer moss here. I want to point out something to you. There's two different packages of reindeer moss. You would think that the one on the left is bigger just based on the packaging, but check out the sizing. Even though it's just slightly different, that is something to note. And I actually like the color of the one on the left a little bit better, but yeah, the more you know. I took my birdhouse outside and I spray painted it brown. This is actually a gloss brown color that's called leather. And I didn't want a leather birdhouse, but I did want a brown birdhouse, and this was the only brown that I had. So I just went with that one. So if you're wondering, specifically like what color this is by Rust-Oleum, and I really do love the color of it, and I'm looking forward to using this brown leather spray paint for something else other than this birdhouse, which we're going to be completely covering up very, very soon here. So I went ahead and did a couple coats of that paint, and then when it's all done, you've got something that looks like this. Now, it is time to start covering this birdhouse, and we are going to completely cover this in this reindeer moss. Now, I ended up using about 2.5 packages, and I'm also using this tacky glue that I picked up when I think I went to Hobby Lobby. Maybe it was even from Michael's. But anyway, you're going to take this outside because this is going to be a mess, and you're going to get a cardboard box or something. I've just got an old banker's box here, and you're going to shake up your glue first of all so it doesn't glob like that, but that's okay. It's going to help stick the moss. You're going to just cover your birdhouse. You're going to do this one side at a time. The only side that I did not do was the very bottom of the birdhouse, and we'll kind of talk about that later on. But the moss, you are literally just taking this reindeer moss and you are just going to be gluing this down. Now this is it's not really a tedious process. Do not worry about getting it nice and flat, because as you will see coming up, we will be kind of giving this guy a little bit of a haircut, but you are literally just going to cover. And when I say cover, I do mean cover this in this reindeer moss. And the great thing about doing it in a box like this is that you can also kind of pick up any of the residual reindeer moss that might kind of, fall out, just like I did there. How about timing for that? And you're just going to continue to stick this on top of any of that wood surface. Now, I completely covered all of the sides of this except for the bottom of this. And I originally was not going to do the roof, but then decided to also cover the roof. So this is completely covered in reindeer moss. And when it's all done, it's going to kind of look like Cousin It. It's going to look like this. Now, this is not really cute, but we are going to give it a haircut, and we're going to start to define some of those spots on the birdhouse. So you can actually see the shape of the birdhouse, and it's literally just taking a pair of scissors and just start trimming away. Think about all those eaves and all the points of the roof. You're going to make sure that you're getting all of those areas nice and trimmed and cut until it looks like this. Now, I did want my birdhouse to be able to stand up on its own, so I found this old porch railing that I picked up at a local reclaim store. It was $2. And then I have this sign from Dollar Tree that's kind of that MDF wood, and it's called Happiness is Homemade, which I thought was kind of perfect for this. Now, for the base here, the sign is going to serve as the base for my birdhouse. I'm actually just going to remove the price tag there, and then we're just going to drill a hole in the center of this. That way I have a nice pilot hole for my screw, which I am going to then also screw into the base. That way it holds everything up right onto that porch finial that we grabbed. Now, this is kind of an awkward moment because of just the setup and the size of this, but I wanted my kind of base of the birdhouse to have that kind of woodland touch, like it's something that's been growing. So I had this trailing vine, this ivy garland that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and all I did was just staple this onto the back using my staple gun, and then I just wrapped this up around. Now, at the top of my finial, it was not a smooth surface, and I didn't have the proper tool to go ahead and just cut that out. So I just added some hot glue and then just glued my birdhouse directly on top of it. this is what it looks like before I put it outside on the front porch. I really, really love this. I think it's so cute. It is the perfect welcome for my front porch. I love the color. I love how organic it looks. I love that brown that's popping out to make it look like it's really something that's been just kind of sitting outside and building up some age over time. I'm obsessed with this project. Now, Dollar Tree seemed to go a little overboard on the nautical theme for the summer. However, these round signs are really great to use. And I wanted to create a tray with this great rope from Dollar Tree that I could have on my front porch. Now, I had 2 bundles here, but I did end up using almost 3 bundles. So keep that in mind. I've also got some twine that we're going to use as some decorative accents for the rope itself when we create the handles. Now, the great thing about this sign is that you could either do your rope right on top of it if you wanted to, or you could flip it over and use the back side. I chose to use the back side of this because I wanted to have just kind of a nice clean surface. And since some of that is that lovely glitter that I used to love glitter. Now I don't really like glitter so much. I totally understand what Whitney from Whiskey and Wit was saying. But she's not a glitter fan either. And during our last mystery box challenge, I did send her a few things with glitter on there. So Whitney, I apologize. I feel your pain now. Totally understand it. So we're going to go with this side here. Now I am just going to go ahead and just do a crisscross with my ruler here, and I'm doing that just because I want to try and find the center spot. I'm really trying to make sure that this tray is going to be as centered as possible, and the rope on there, that way, you know, it just looks cute. I want it to look really cute because this is something that's going to sit out on my front porch. I do want it to be, you know, usable, first of all, and I want it to look nice, and having this nice solid base is going to actually be great for it. Now, I still didn't get my center point quite right there, but I got a general idea at least. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a big glob of glue here, and we are going to start gluing. Now, one tip about this rope, in particular this white rope, if you trim off that little plastic piece at the front, this rope frays so bad. And because it's a very, very soft kind of fabric or rope or whatever it's made out of, it frays even more if you try to use the lighter trick to this. So don't do that. Just keep that one piece there in the center with that tape on it, and then just start gluing and working your way around. Now, when you do get to the point that you're going to have to add the second bundle and the third bundle of rope, I can actually show you how I did that. All I did was just cut the rope at a slight angle and then just kind of joined it together with the other piece using my spatula tool that I picked up from Dollar Tree in the Crafter Square section. So just keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping until you are done completely covering your tray in rope. And when you have that done, it's going to look something like this. Now, for the handles, you could do a couple different options. You could certainly add handles from maybe an old dresser or something, or I think even like the starfish or the sand dollars would be really cute to add to this as handles. I'm actually just going to use more rope. So all I'm going to do is just take the rope. We're going to cut it down into 2 pieces. I am keeping this kind of long on purpose. I just wanted it longer. I was thinking, kind of visualizing, like if I'm carrying something, having the longer rope would be a little bit better for stability. I don't really know if that's going to be the case or not, but I'll let you know. And then I just trimmed off 2 pieces of rope that were the same size, and then started wrapping the twine around the base. And then after that was all glued and set up, then I went ahead and just trimmed down that white rope really, really closely to the brown twine there. That way it created a really flush surface to be able to glue down my rope handles. And as you can see, it is all done. I really love the way that this works, the way it looks, and it is so, so cute out on my front porch. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Of course, let me know in the comments below which one was your favorite. And if you are a long-term subscriber of mine, you know I call you guys my OGs. That just means you're a part of the original gang here at the Crafty DIY Guy. Thank you guys so much. If you are not a subscriber, hopefully you liked this video enough that you will end up subscribing to my channel and hanging out with us. I don't know about you guys, but I think I certainly have a favorite DIY. All right, guys, take care. I will chat with you later. Bye-bye.